Brother, I can give you one of these flyers? Can I give you some flyers, man? I'm trying to prevent violence, man. If you know any youth that may need some additional support, y'all can tell them to come, y'all can give us a call. We're an organization, man, that was born out of the necessity for community to want to get involved and be engaged.
It is very clear that we have a gun violence problem right here in this country. According to the CDC, about 132 people die every single day from gun-related injuries, and it's no different right here in the Motor City. According to stats, about 144 people have died from January the 1st all the way to September the 22nd of 2022. But so many people here are hoping to change that.
We're utilizing what's called the cure violence model to help engage and reduce gun violence.
Here in Detroit, groups are banding together to put an end to violent crime.
Really stopping the shots before they're fired. And so we're looking at it from a prevention standpoint.
According to our recent poll on clickondetroit.com with 318 responses, 45% of people or someone they know have been affected by gun violence. 31% say they don't feel safe with current gun laws, while 36% believe there should be stricter gun laws. With the work that's being done by the city and local organizations to bring gun violence down, of course there are problems, but we'll get to that later.
Can I give you some flyers, man?
Let's start with an ordinary civilian doing all he can to help with gun violence in his community.
We're an organization, man, that was born out of the necessity for community to want to get involved and be engaged.
Minister Freedom is a member of the grassroots organization called The People's Action, a group that's been around since 2015. But it's hard for people to believe they're making a difference. According to our survey, 54% believe intervention from these community groups aren't doing a thing at all. Freedom, however, says it's more complex.
There's not a one-size-fits-all or silver key to stopping gun violence. So it's kind of a compound strategy, and at its basis, we utilize what's called credible messengers. Trying to prevent violence, man. If you know any youth that may need some additional support.
The group uses what's called the cure violence model, literally patrolling the streets in hopes of preventing crimes at some of the most dangerous hours of the night, from 2 to 6 a.m.
We have a team of 6 people who are all from this community. Some of them are former gang members, former people who were once a part of the problem who have now resolved to want to be a part of the solution. Brother, I can give you one of these flyers?
On this day, he's working to spread awareness about his mission by speaking to local businesses.
Y'all having any violence in the community, y'all can tell them to come, y'all can give us a call.
And community members on 7 Mile.
So if you know any young people that need services, that's homeless, that need jobs, that need resources, give them on our card. A lot of times community members, they don't want to talk to the police. They don't want to call the police. They don't want to give the police information. However, if there's someone credible who they know from the community who has that representation and who has that level of respect, it's a lot easier for us to then come in and engage and say, hey, would you allow us to de-escalate this conflict?
But it's literally a part of a bigger picture. The People's Action is just one of 6 groups and areas being helped by leaders in their communities to stop violence, falling under the umbrella of a program called Shot Stoppers. The program was created by Deputy Mayor Todd Bettison, who spent 27 years on the force as an officer himself.
I really know about violence from a different type of level, but after the incident occurs, it's really too late. I got a victim.
The plan is to prevent the trigger from ever being pulled. With the use of technology, the city was able to determine the areas hit hardest by violent crime. This map shows the areas in Detroit with the highest concentration of fatal and non-fatal shootings, along with the groups in those areas trying their best to stop it.
This program that we have called Community Violence Intervention, CVI, the short for it, CVI, that's the preventative arm of it.
His goal is to help drastically bring down crime in the city of Detroit, made possible thanks to federal dollars.
We actually funded it with American Rescue Plan Act money that we got from the White House, that cities and states were awarded so that we can invest in innovative programs to try to find solutions to problems.
Those same dollars are used to go towards resources by the People's Action and other groups involved. Part of Shot Stoppers' creation was inspired by technology the city also uses called Shot Stopper.
It's actually helped us save lives, because if no one calls the police, The police is alerted through the technology that a shot was fired within a couple feet of where it was fired from. We have found victims. We have found individuals bleeding out and been able to get them, rush them to the hospital, and save their lives. We had it in certain areas on the east side and the west side, and because of the reduction in individuals firing gunshots, and we expanded it citywide.
One problem is that there aren't enough groups to be everywhere in the city at once, yet the deputy mayor isn't losing hope for what's to come.
As we see positive results and we learn from what the groups are doing and they're experiencing success, we have already thought about allowing them to take on more area. As they reduce crime in their CVI zones, the other folks in these areas should just know that we're going to learn, they'll learn from each other, and they can expect something to come to their area as well.
While the responses and prevention efforts are seeing some progress, the ultimate goal is to see a city with no gun crime at all.
It's always been violence, and so we manage it, you know, and so throughout history, it's just the level of it that's acceptable. But I would like to work myself out to business. I would like not to have officers or, you know, but I'm realistic.
I think it's realistic for us to be close. I don't think there'll ever be a time where gun violence won't exist. However, I do think that it's possible for us to build the quality relationships to prevent a lot of those pieces from happening.
And the solutions may not be perfect, but we see the work that can be done when several organizations and agencies all band together for the greater good. They're doing all that they can, but you can also do what you can to help by supporting your community grassroots organizations that are out there trying their best to stop the violence in our communities. Once again, any little thing that you can do to help makes a big difference with this problem that affects everyone.
Be sure to subscribe to Solutionaries to see all our latest videos right here on YouTube.